Hello and welcome back. This is Tutorial G, Gorgeous Grammar. So we took a little break from the parts of speech the last time because we looked at the figures of speech. But I guess here in Tutorial G we'll be going right back to parts of speech. I see it starts off with just revising those figures of speech quickly, what we looked at the last time. So can you say which figure of speech is given in each of these examples? The teacher, exasperated at student John, says, "I just love the student." She's saying the opposite of what she means, but in this nasty way. So it's not going to be irony. Which one's got that nastiness? But sarcasm. Your head is as big as a mountain. Two possibilities here. Simile, because it's got your as, but it's also a bit of exaggeration. So we could say it's hyperbole. This one, am I good or what, is a figure of speech we didn't actually include. So my mistake in putting it in here. But it's good it came up now because I see there's a gap in what we did. We didn't look at a rhetorical question, a question that doesn't require an answer. Rhetoric means doing something for effect. So a rhetorical question is asked not to get information, but for effect. So when someone asks, am I good or what, they're not expecting you to say, yes, you're good. They're asking it purely for effect. It's a rhetorical question. My apologies for leaving that one out. She passed away instead of she died. It starts with an EU. And I hope you got it. It's a euphemism. The rugby player ran rapidly. That, of course, is a sound device. Repetition of R sounds starts with all. Then you add it. Then you add oration, and you get alliteration. Here's another one I left out, I see. I came, I saw, I conquered. It's building up to something. So the fancy word for that is climax. And of course, there's the opposite of that, anticlimax. I came, I saw, I conquered, then I went home for a bath. Hope there's no more that I left out. Parting is such sad, sweet sorrow. Two possibilities. One's in the SS, so it's alliteration. But I think what I was talking about was sad and sweet next to each other. Two opposites next to each other, starting with an oxymoron. Everyone wants to live long, but no one wants to get old. Sounds crazy, but it's true. So it's a paradox. The rustling of leaves. Rustle, rustle, rustle. It sounds like what it means. So it's oh no. Oh no, Matt. Oh, onomatopoeia. The last sleep. It's a polite way of saying death. So it's just like the little girl's room and she passed away. It's a euphemism. He's cruel only to be kind. Sounds crazy, yet it's possible. Therefore, paradox. So we've revised the figures of speech and now back to the grammar. In earlier tutorials, we looked at verbs, then we looked at nouns, we looked at pronouns. So today it's the turn of adjectives. Defining adjectives, these give more information about nouns. They add interest, detail, shape, form, and color. We find them before nouns, a green car, after words such as is and was, the book was wonderful, or we form them from nouns. From the noun giant, we get the adjective gigantic. Adjectives tell us usually how big something is, or small, large, high, thin. Tell us the shape of something, flat, square, pointed, the color, the quality, strong, warm, comforting, the nationality, Greek, Italian, Chinese, the type, electric, manual, cheap, material, cotton, paper, wool, opinion, nice, quality, shoddy, types of adjectives, adjectives that describe the happy boy. Proper adjectives, I don't use this term proper adjectives, but we can use the proper noun August as an adjective. The August wind, the July weather. Quantity and number, some children dance, 12 cats, 7 hats. Order or number, second place. A compound adjective is made up of 2 words, a well-deserved break. A demonstrative adjective, this poem, these flowers. They can show possession, my fingers, their cats. And that's tricky because I would have seen that my and said it's a pronoun. Interrogative, they can ask a question, which car, whose house. Indefinite, some girls, a few people. And then the article is a type of adjective, the boy, a girl, an orange. Here they're asking us to just making sure I didn't leave something out. No, I didn't. Nouns used as adjectives, storm cloud, school library, Paris weather. And now they're asking us to find the adjective. What kind of school was it? It was the beautiful school. What kind of a city was it? The vibrant city. What kind of a love did he have? It was burning. And what kind of a walk did they have? It was a thrilling walk. What kind of a sunset was it? It was lovely. And what kind of shades or colors was the room painted in? Autumnal, meaning autumn shades. There's 2 adjectives here. The what kind of a man, the hungry man, and if he's hungry, he gets angry. What kind of a match was it? Boy, it was thrilling. And what kind of a fruit was it? Gee, it was juicy. They're asking us now to turn words into adjectives. Ghost becomes ghostly. Athlete becomes athletic. Mischief becomes mischievous. Office becomes official. Drama becomes dramatic. Intelligence becomes, what kind of a man was he? Intelligent. So what kind of movie did we see? The original movie. And then what kind of a book was it? It was perfect. And I know a lot of people who want to say mischievous, but to me that is pronounced mischievous. Turn into adjectives. What kind of a man was he? Proud. What kind of a girl was she? She was argumentative. We've already done mischievous. What kind of a girl was she? Heroic. What kind of a movie was it? It was glorious. What kind of treatment did they get? They got equal treatment. Here I think they want us to say regular. You could use regulation as an adjective too. Regulation size shoes. And of course, what kind of a judge was he? He was just. He showed justice, so therefore he was just. Again, turn into adjectives. What kind of an experience did they have? It was horrific. How were they feeling? Fearful. What kind of an answer did he give? It was contradictory. What kind of attitude did they have? It was eager. What kind of a show was it? It was comical, comic, or comedic. What kind of a person was he? Famous. And what kind of a person was she? She was knowledgeable. Knowledgeable. something looks very funny there, knowledgeable. And I'm wondering about this E here. Is there an E in knowledgeable? I think so. Looks funny. Knowledgeable. I hope I spelled knowledgeable right. I'll check it. From what I saw, knowledgeable can be spelled with or without that E. Turn into adjectives. What kind of steps did they take? The necessary steps. The what kind of machine was it? The what kind of mechanism was it? It was mechanical. Mechanical. This word cropped up earlier. Autumnal. Habitual. Adventurous. Boyish. And colonial. We've turned all those words into adjectives, and I see there's more. What kind of meal was it? Expensive. What kind of day did they have? They were fortunate. What kind of love did they experience? Tender love. Lovable. I wonder if this is one that can also be spelled with or without that E. Intentional. Miserable. And then picturesque. The picturesque scenery. Just like a picture. I think only one more page of turning into adjectives. In the style of a fable, fabulous. Did every step properly. He was methodical. She was so angry, she was furious. The customary way of doing things. Fanciful is already an adjective. And then interesting. Match adjectives and nouns. The stars is the noun, which is the adjective. Twinkling, the twinkling stars. Explanation, a clear explanation is a lucid explanation. It's clear. And then a debate, it was a lively debate. That was short and easy. Turn the adjectives into nouns. He was able, he had a certain ability. They were equal, they showed equality. They were honest, they showed honesty. He was a major, they received their majority. They were in the minority. They were members of the nobility. They had a lot of popularity, severity, courtesy, loyalty, and modesty, just adding a Y. More, turn adjectives into nouns. Novelty, reality, falsehood or falsity, but I'm going to put falsehood, liveliness, likeliness. If you're an adolescent, you are going through adolescence. If you're confident, you have confidence. At your convenience. Disobedience. Elegance. Excellence. And extravagance. I think we've done this one, but we'll do it again. Inconvenience. Intelligence. Permanence. Radiance. Significance. And vigilance. Compound adjectives made up of more than one word. He was right-footed. She was slim-hipped. The cold-blooded murderer. The bow-legged frog. The red-faced villain. The fair-haired girl. The cross-eyed boy. The dark-skinned teacher. The sour-faced student. The left-handed shop assistant. Degrees of comparison. It sounds so fancy, but it's just this idea of good, better, best. So we call good, honest, old, and happy the positive. The comparative is better, more honest, older, happier. Better, younger, thinner, more honest. Superlative, good, better, best. Honest, more honest, most honest. Old, older, oldest. Happy, happier, happiest. Honest, more honest, most honest. Superlative means the most extreme. Comparative means you're just comparing two things. Superlative, the third thing is more than either of those other two. That's degrees of comparison. So when you're just comparing two people, you use the comparative form, older, more intelligent. For three or more people, animals, plants, or things, use the superlative form, prettiest, most intelligent. Adjectives can also be more than one word, and then there are adjectival phrases or adjective phrases. Can you spot them? So we're looking for a group of words here that functions as an adjective. And the answer is with the sunburnt arms. Those words together are telling us more about the man. So here the sentence is really saying the man spoke to Jill, but with the sunburnt arms is an adjective phrase telling us more about the man. I've heard good things about some of you. This one's tricky. All I can think that they want us to do is underline about some of you, which is telling us about the good things. So I'll underline that, but I'm not so sure about that one. You may wish to eat lunch in the senior common room. In the senior common room is telling us about the lunch. So I guess that's the adjective phrase. And of mature years is telling us more about the man. So that's our adjective phrase. Tricky. Words starting with G. To dwell on one's own success or another's misfortune with smugness or malignant pleasure. To gloat. To gloat about something. An ugly, twisted expression on a person's face, typically expressing disgust, pain, or amusement, dry amusement. Usually pain, I'd say, is a grimace. He grimaced, meaning he pulled a face showing pain. A picturesque cave is a grotto. The Blue Grotto is a famous one in where, I'm not sure. An adjective used to describe speech or a manner of speaking that is confident and fluent, but lacks careful thought or sincerity. It often implies that the speaker is being insincere, superficial, they're being glib. Insincere, superficial, or overly simplistic in their communication. Confident and fluent, but it's too confident and fluent, and there's not really thinking behind it. They gave a glib answer. A style or category of art, music, or literature is a genre. Then we've got the practice or art of choosing, cooking, and eating good food, gastronomy. A general statement or concept obtained by inference from specific cases, generalization. Met one Russian person you didn't like, and now you say, well, Russian people are so this or that. You're generalizing. Unsophisticated and socially awkward. Using the wrong spoon is being gauche. Just being socially awkward, not knowing the right thing to do. Drinking the water in the finger bowl is a gauche thing to do. And that's taken us through this tutorial, because here's our writing suggestion for the week is the rough draft. You don't have to be perfect. You can be messy because you're going to improve. You can write clunky phrases, it's okay. You can improve them. Once you finish the rough draft, you can address these issues. So the rough draft, just start and keep writing and get to the end. Do not read over what you're writing as you get into the flow. Do not examine every word before moving on to the next word. Do not edit as you go. Focus on moving forward with a rough draft and getting your ideas down and getting to the end. It does not have to be perfect. It can be a mess. Our writing topics for the week: what I do in my free time, my passion, fast food, if I ran a restaurant, getting lost, electronic communication, or this picture. One more time: free time, my passion, fast food, if I ran a restaurant, getting lost, electronic communication, or this picture. And to finish off our tutorial, a vocabulary quiz. The start of an attack. I think they want us to say the onset. To ornament food. To put something on top of the food, you are garnishing the food. They put some mint leaves on as a garnish. To make things difficult, I think they want us to say to complicate something. To undergo pain, I think they want us to say endure. A deep opening in the earth is a chasm, spelled chasm but pronounced chasm. An official examination of accounts, an audit. Describes that which is sticky and half liquid. Some people think they're writing vicious, but then they actually write viscous, meaning thick and gooey. To blot out of existence is to annihilate. And then, do they mean to write of going to a place? I'm not sure what they mean here. I think I may have made a mistake. Do they mean to write of going to a place, and then did they want us to say to write an account? I don't know. I think I made a mistake in that one. I'm going to delete that one. That brings us to the end of our tutorial about adjectives. Our next tutorial is scary stuff, vampires and monsters. Tutorial H is Hollywood horror. Hope you're going to join us for that one. Thank you for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you again next time. Until then, go well.